السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري وأشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وارنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وارنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه. اللهم نور قلوبنا بنور الإيمان والقرآن والإسلام وبمعرفتك. رب لا تذرني فردا وأنت خير الوارثين. لا لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. آمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين. Assalamu alaikum. Everyone, welcome. And we are ready to listen to Anne for her presentation of the last week's discussion, the summary of the last week's discussion and introduction to this week's study, inshallah. Please, Anne, waiting for you.
Inshallah. So I have a little bit longer than usual summary because we had a lot. We talked about a lot last week. Well, we talk a lot about every week, but in particular, I thought last week had a lot of things to summarize, good things to summarize. So we're still on the most holy name, the Kudus, the most holy, the most pure, the most sacred name of God. And what we did last week was try to show how this conclusion is derived. To not just say that it's one of the names of God, but to actually be able to show how this conclusion is derived through evidence. And we had the analogy with the computer that if the computer is perfectly working, then the engineer of the computer must also have been a perfect engineer. So parallel to that is that the universe is so holy, so perfect, with no blemish, that the one who created the universe must be the source of these qualities. So that is how we should talk about God. It's the method that is used in the Quran to be able to provide evidence for belief, and Nursi is following it. So this also gets down to belief in the unseen, or also scribe. How do you know that there is this engineer of the universe? By looking at the universe itself is of absolute primacy, that belief is just not a matter of faith, but evidence through looking at the universe. Quran brings the evidence. And then our reason confirms it, that there must be a source outside the universe that created existence, because there's no source of existence in the universe itself. So we also talked about I know this is a bit repetitious, but I think that it was necessary in order to make sure that we understand where Nursey is coming from. So in other words, we're not memorizing the names. What we're doing is observing the names every single day and then confirming the existence of the names. So that's why we have to give priority to the universe. And one of um, Brother Ali's friends once said that, and I liked this, what he said, so I'm going to quote it in full, that Ummah must know how to read the universe under the guidance of the Quran. And in fact, what we did last week was flip that on its head. No, it's not, that's not the method. The method is look at the universe first, because it shows there must be a creator, that there must be a necessarily existent one, or absoluteness. We can't take for granted the Quran is the speech of God. We have to be able to confirm it, and to confirm it, we turn to the universe for the evidence. So the statement must be changed, but flipped, to say we must learn how to read the Quran according to the guidance of the universe. So, blind faith, again, I know this is repetitious, but because this is maybe not particularly well understood among the Muslim community, that we confirm the Quran through evidence from the universe, and then we can say it's God's word. And this is actually not found in the other faiths. This primacy of the universe is not typically found in the other Abrahamic faiths, or non-Abrahamic faiths, such as Buddhism or Christianity, which just essentially says have faith. And Buddhists would say, well, I'm in harmony with the universe. And the Quran always says, what is your evidence? So in short, we need to read the Quran according to the witnessing of the universe. We read them hand in hand, and we should never forget about belief in Ghaib. And that's the summary from last week. Oh, I also want to say that we had a particular line we underlined in the text, which was all manifestations point to a single being. And we changed the wording to say all manifestations point to the unity of a single being. They point to the absoluteness of a single being, which is actually preferable to say preferable rather than unity. So all manifestations point to the unity, sorry, all manifestations point to the absoluteness of a single being. And what Nursey was saying in this particular part of the text is that at the same time, in every other being, we will see these manifestations as well. And even with constant change, we see these manifestations of absoluteness and that point to a single being, because they're manifested in every other being in the universe. So again, the importance of observing the universe for confirmation. Thank you.
We thank you very much. Thank you. It's a beautiful summary of the last week's discussion. Is the text we have been reading this manifestation, and I felt the need to underline this manifestation, 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 continues like this manifestation, because manifestation is important, as Anne reminded us. Without manifestation, we don't know the creator. There is a creator. We may guess that there must be something, but this creator has these and these and these qualities or qualifications, whatever you call it. They call it attributes of God, names of God. That is the point we have to find out in the Quran as well. As far as I can see, through my readings and reflections, we cannot really abandon the universe at all, because we are here, created within the universe. Even if we have to pay attention to this word, even if we take the Quran as the priority source of evidence, the first source of evidence, the Quran itself gives us the news about not physically observable in this world, the existence of something which is not physically observable on this earth. For example, believe in God. We don't see God here, do we? No. Believe in angels. Well, I've never experienced angels. I've never seen and experienced any physical interaction with the angels. Believe in the revelation. I'm following the Quranic sequence of it. I've never seen God speaking to someone physically. Now, believe in the prophethood, messengers. I hear the people claim that they have received the message from the creator of the universe, but I haven't seen it, and no one has seen it, by the way. They have some signs, but not really God is speaking to a person. And even through angels, I don't think anyone has experienced, and I don't hear any narrations about it. I've seen angel came and delivered the message to in this case, Muhammad, the person, alayhi salatu wassalam. No one has seen it. Quran gives news about the existence of the hereafter and next creation. We have never seen anyone who came back from after they died from the grave, from their grave. No. So what's happening there? Especially we discussed this matter in principle on our Tuesday discussion. You can refer back to it. It is the challenge of the Quran, the series, which is named as Challenges of the Quran. Available, the recordings are available in Islam from Within webpage. So you can get there. Whatever Quran claims about belief in the ghaib, which is not physically experienceable, if you like. I don't know whether it's an English word or not. We can physically experience it. But Quran refers, it is examples manifested in the universe, as if Quran is saying the one who created the universe is demonstrating that he is able to reveal message, recreate you again, and manifesting his qualities in the creation. So the one who makes you speak, creates you with the ability to speak, then he must be able to speak, and also creating me with the ability to communicate with others. He must be the one who is communicating with others, with human beings. The one who created me with the questions must be the one who is expected to answer these questions if I can never find the answer in the creation of the universe. Okay. Uh, so these are, for example, no one can ever show and claim that there is a meaningless creation in the world. So, so there is the meaningless being in the world, in its existence. Everything is, uh, 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 I would say, infinitely meaningful in their existence, as we are going to read today, in interconnection with the rest of the universe. Every single being, they are dependent on each other. They support each other. Amazing network is manifesting themselves. So meaningful existence. So we understand that this meaningfulness gives me the news that the Creator has demonstrated this universe for you, and in its existence, there is meaning, like in the existence of a book, there is information. You cannot deny it. We learn the knowledge by reading the book. No one can say that the paper is speaking to me. No one can claim that the ink is speaking to me. But I know there is information there that shows that the universe is full of meaningful beings, like information is a meaningful being. So it reflects the knowledge of its author. So this information that I extract from the book demonstrates that my source of existence must have knowledge. That demonstration is described in the Quran, exaltation of the angels, of the qualities of their creator. That is how I understand. Yeah, there must be something, like there is something in the book apart from its material elements. The universe must have something apart from its material elements. So always Quran refers to look at the universe, reflect on the existence of the things. So we understand that this mutual relationship between the Quran and the universe cannot be separated, cannot be isolated and studied in an isolated way. They must be studied hand in hand. So we have to get used to looking at the universe and reading the Quran accordingly, and at the same time reading the Quran by looking at and experiencing the creation of the universe, the things together. Any kind of reading independently from each other would be meaningless or would be misleading. reading the universe without taking notice of the owner of the universe, the speech of the owner of the universe, guidance of the owner of the universe, like the trying to understand what is this machine for and how it functions without the handbook or a technician teaching me how to make it, how to use it. Even the textbooks are not enough. We need teachers. So that is how our reality is. We learn gradually. Universe demonstrates the qualities of its creator gradually. We grow gradually. We die gradually. We are getting ready and ready and ready. So the Quran teaches gradually. The technicians teach gradually. The teachers, we know that they speak according to the level of the capacity of the students. That's how the prophets educated in the example of the prophet Muhammad, which we have extremely detailed information, extremely detailed, as if day by day his life is uh, under the observation of his friends, his companions, they call it, his friends, the people around him. So they recorded, they narrated, they memorized his sayings, took the technician seriously, and we have this inheritance now. This legacy came to us. Until now, we are able, when we look at it, when we look at this document, that huge document, we may not be aware of it. This document uh, gives us the information that he is teaching and answering helping the people to understand what the teaching of the Quran should be, how the teachings should be applied in one's life. They are all interconnected with each other. The Prophet cannot teach anything apart from what the Quran teaches. Puts it into practice, that's it. Like the teacher cannot teach contrary to the textbook. Now, textbook needs a teacher to teach. Bring it to the level of the audience. They are all compatible with each other, perfectly integrated within each other. They cannot be separated. So we cannot claim any belief without in ghaib. Ghaib means existence of God, next creation, existence of angels, revelation, God's speech to human being, prophets. These are all examples of, or the Quran being the speech of God, employing some people to convey, spread this message to others, educate people according to their level, gradually. Everything is harmoniously working together in the universe. So we have to understand that belief is not taken for granted at all. Whether we use our human feelings, we cannot take anything for granted and say that I believe in this one because that's what I believe. Why? No evidence. It is not human, is it? Now, when we look at that universe, God created the universe. I don't know, I have not seen anyone doing and creating. No, again, the universe's existence demonstrates that it must have an absolute creator who is the source of existence of the universe. So that is what we call God. So they are all interrelated. They cannot be separated. I think we have to understand that, for example, we studied the name Most Holy. al-Quddus. How do we know? Look at the manifestations. That is how the text also speaks. Look at the manifestations. Where? In the universe. I cannot say that God is Quddus. Why? Because I believe. Meaningless. Because I believe. What do you believe? Why do you believe? Without experiencing anything. That is why the Quran strongly advises its readers that you should never leave the creation, the universe, this world, to non-believers. We have to be very careful. No, we have to be very careful. This is matter. The word is not important. Leave it how it is. How it is doesn't matter. We have to source. I gave the example. You know that the one who, a student, thinks that he is clever. He memorizes the answer key, but never does the exercises. It is meaningless, isn't it? Memorizing the answer key. In this example, Quran is like an answer key to the universe and also to human questions. But memorizing the answer key doesn't make you progress in your understanding the subject. So what you have to do the exercises and compare it with the answer key and vice versa to make sure that the answer key is also correct. You have to do the exercise yourself. Between both of them, we must work together. That is what the Quran provides us the opportunity that we have to do it. Otherwise, Quran will lose its value in our eyes because we say, I don't know, that I am Muslim. I believe that this is our sacred book. And of course, I don't take the Quran seriously afterwards, as it is the case now. That Muslim population, unfortunately, doesn't take the Quran seriously because they have no confidence in it. Now, if you are absolutely sure that this is the speech of the creator of the universe and your creator, you will never ignore it. I will never ignore it and study. But why don't we study the Quran? But we are just crazy about reading the Quran in a beautiful, attractive music. Crazy. We admire people when they read. Beautiful. Yes, it is the Quran, beautiful. Its reading is beautiful. But Quran is not only to be used as a source of the satisfaction of human beings for their music, a nice voice. You can have it in another way as well. Yes, this is one quality of the Quran, but it doesn't mean that Quran is revealed for this purpose. Unfortunately, but I'm very disappointed, and I take this case seriously and mention this a lot. When you see a beautiful recitation of the Quran, you see 30, 40 million hit. When you see a beautiful study of the Quran, you don't see 40 people. Not million, 40. You don't see. What does it demonstrate? People need music. They don't need the Quran message. That is the deviation. We have to watch out. It doesn't deny the musical quality. Your recitation makes you feel comfortable because the Quran has many aspects of miraculousness. One of them is it is Reading is so sweet for human spirit, but the Quran cannot be reduced to this level only. It is an extra blessing. But after you know what you are doing, otherwise you will prefer any other beautiful music if you find some. And also it's a kind of, how do you say? No, I love the Quran. Yeah, I respect it. I listen to it every day. So a kind of justifying that I am a Muslim and I have a connection with the Quran. Yeah, that's better than nothing. Yes, you at least you listen to it, but the Quran cannot be treated in this way only. No, it's better than not having anything to do with the Quran at all, but it is listening. That's better. But the purpose of the Quran is cannot be reduced to that level. We have to know that as well. I'm sorry, and really excited me her explanation. I said that is beautiful point that we keep repeating and we keep reminding other Muslims as well. Hey, wake up. Read the Quran don't read the Quran without the universe evidence. Don't read the universe without, if you are aware of the Quran, without having a cross reference with each other. Inshallah. I'm sorry, Anne.
No problem. No, no. This is wonderful, really.
Yeah.
We need to be reminded.
Inshallah, no. If you want, if anybody wants to add anything to it or questions or whatever their concerns are, we are ready to listen to anyone who would like to say anything. Otherwise, we can continue reading, inshallah. Would you like to say anything?
No, I mean, I'm ready to.
Excuse me,
Oh,
Anne.
sorry.
Anne, excuse me. Yeah, yes, please.
It just made me think about how we just came out of the month of the Quran, like Ramadan, and the emphasis is on recitation, it's on reading it, but it's not on reflecting, it's not on studying the universe in reference with the Quran. It's all about let's try to get through as much juz as we can and finish. And there's a race for this actual text, but not the reflection and the manifestation of it. So that's where my mind went.
Yeah, that is what we have to take notice of. Reflection on the message of the Quran and trying to see the evidence in the creation for it. Quran shows it. If only we reflect on the Quran, we will understand that it shows it and points to go and look at what I'm doing, look at what I am doing. I'm telling you this, but here it is. I'm demonstrating physically in front of your eyes. Yeah, inshallah. Please, Anne, thank you.
Okay. Bismillah. And as the wise acts of ordering, balancing, adorning, and making clean, mentioned above, point to a single maker by reason of their unity of kind in the maximum sphere. So most of the beautiful names, indeed the 1,001 names, each have such a greatest manifestation in the maximum sphere. And the act proceeding from that manifestation points to the single unique one with clarity and decisiveness in relation to its extensiveness.
Now, the maximum sphere, what do you understand from it? What does the author mean here?
I was wondering that myself. It's an unusual term. I've never had seen those two words put together.
The maximum sphere. Now here, in the 1,001 names, each have such a greatest manifestation, again, in the maximum sphere. Encompassing the whole universe with no exception. We cannot see in the way the things are created, in the way a thing is created with dirt. It means unnecessary thing in it. It is just a dirt, needs to be cleaned. No. The best example is animals eat everything. Yeah? Human beings try to make it clean. Now, apart from this junk food. So I cannot stand junk. Some of them is, one of my friends in the mosque during Ramadan insisted me to get this ready food for iftar prepared by some companies. They say halal, maybe halal, I don't know. Yes, I take it. Okay, halal. But I had 2 days stomach ache out of it, and really, I had diarrhea. My stomach is not used to it, so maybe I think not only the ones, very rare, very rare. Anyways, apart from this, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. No dirt. As far as our subject is concerned, I am talking. Cleanliness manifested universe-wise with no exception. No one can say that something is dusty, dust needs to be cleaned, unnecessary. In its existence, unnecessary. In its existence, we have to understand. Now, we, for example, out of food, everything the animals eat, some animals is so strengthening. Yeah, for example, pigs eat, I cannot mention here, or whatever they find, eat. But what comes out? Look at the pig's body. Perfect. Perfectly functioning. Nothing dirty. Plants are, I am amazed. I don't know, excited even. Not only am excited to see them. Out of this dirt, the plants get, and have you seen any dirt in the existence of a plant, a fruit, a vegetable? Dirt? Oh, in its existence? In its existence. So somebody may put something, dirt and dust, that is extra. In its existence is absolutely pure, and this purity is universe-wise, at the maximum, in the maximum sphere means universe-wise. No one can say that some galaxies are dirty, needs to be cleaned. No one can say that the atom is dirty to be cleaned, needs to be cleaned in its existence. I would say even the existence of dust speckles, perfect. Not dirty. Existence of it, pay attention. I don't want the dust to be on my food, but the existence, that the way the dust is created is perfect. Go and ask physicists if they can find any unnecessary dirt in their existence. That is what I understood from in the maximum sphere, in the universe-wide. That's how I understood. This manifestation points to the single unique one with clarity and decisiveness in relation to its extensiveness. It means whoever cleaned the atom must be the one who cleaned the whole universe and its all parts. That is what we believe in, the existence of the Creator having this quality, the most holy. Why? His action is most holy. Yeah. If there is no comment, we can continue. Is it clear? This?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Bismillah. The self-evident truths and single acts that illuminate the face of the universe and make it smile, such as the universal wisdom that causes all things to conform to its law and order, the comprehensive munificence that adorns all things and causes them to smile, the all-embracing mercy that makes all things pleased and happy, the universal providing of sustenance which nurtures and gives pleasure to all things, and the life and giving of life which connects each thing with all things and makes each thing benefit from and to some extent own all things. These self-evident truths and single acts point as plainly as light points to the sun, to a single, all-wise, all-generous, and all-compassionate one, a single sustainer, a single ever-living giver of life.
Yeah. It means there is one source. The whole universe is one act. You cannot separate it from each other. Every being, especially animate beings that we can see, for example, let's take ourselves. Aren't we in connection created in a way that we have the capacity to connect with the rest of the universe through many means? Physically, we need air, we need food, we need water, and all whatever is created, sunlight, everything physically, and also in order to understand our location in the universe, we need the sun, we need the moon and day. In our social relationship, adjust the perfect adjustment of the calendar, for example. Here is the sun and the moon. The relationship between the sun, the moon, and the earth is perfectly arranged. And also we need atmosphere, we need the pressure of the atmosphere, and also we need the earth to keep us on it. They call it gravity. It is gravitation, is right? Gravitation, it means the things interconnected with each other. Nothing can exist independently. They are interconnected with each other, and also beings are interconnected with each other. Human mind is interconnected with the meaningful creation of the galaxies, and think about it, we get excited. Don't we see that an astronomers discover a new galaxy, for example? Everybody is crazy about it. Why? Why? We are concerned about the death of galaxies. Why? So we understand that we are in connection with all of them. Whoever is doing this connection, it means creating everything within this connection, must be the one who created the whole universe. So we don't claim that God is within the universe doing something. God is the one who is continuously changing and arranging everything perfectly with each other every moment whoever is doing this is God. So God is not imagination. God is our conviction about the conclusion as a result of observing the universe by using our human feelings. God is not a claim to believe. It is just our conviction, satisfaction, as a result of experiences here. When we read the source, any source which claims to be the speech of the creator of the universe, this is called monotheist religions. I am the speech of the creator of the universe. When we look at them, what are they telling me? The one who created the universe is God. Yeah, that's what my conclusion is. That's correct. How did they know this? Did they? Yeah, they are showing the example. Quran says. Only Quran says. Here is the universe. Look at it. Investigate it. Only Quran says this. The universe is the evidence. And we must admit that Psalms, when you read the Psalms, you say that that is the same message is discussed there. Look at the universe and evidence in the universe declared there too. So we say, yeah, this message is correct. I mean, this belief message is correct. So when we say, why don't you believe in Christianity, for example? We say, yeah, I mean, originally must be so because talking about God, the Lord of the universe. Yeah, yes, must be. But when it comes to confusions like somebody, Jesus, was a kind of one aspect of God manifested in it, fully God, fully man. What are you talking about? One thing either is a created being or the creator. If it is the creator, it must be an absolute being. Absolute being is tortured or in pain. Or what are you talking about? We say, this side doesn't appeal to me, but no evidence. Evidence means a being has some sort of divine quality. If it is a created being, it is a creature. If something is not or doesn't need to be created, must be the creator by definition, because he must be the source of its own existence. There's a confusion there. We leave that side, but we agree with the belief in the creator of the universe. But Quran, no one can show any sign of hesitation. Everything is created, needs to be created. There is only one creator. That is called in the Quran Ahad, a unique being. All the qualities, the source of all the qualities manifested in the universe belongs to that unique being. No one else. How about Muhammad? He's just receiving the message as a teacher. Teacher. Textbook is ready in his hand and studies the textbook and teaches the people accordingly. And he is a qualified teacher. Why? Because he is the best student of the Quran. That is, he is the candidate. That is why he is employed for this. That's what we understand. But does he have any higher status in its existence? Any one, even one, how to say, feet, or one, I don't know, the smallest amount. What? How do you say the smallest in English? Smallest length? Inch? No,
Millimeter.
minimum. It's a minimum. No,
Millimeter,
sorry,
millimeter.
millimeter. Yes, millimeter. No, created being. That's it. And the Quran emphasizes on it. He is going to die as well, like you. Why? He's a human being, created being, subject to same principle of creation. And a superior position in its existence. But teacher is a teacher, student is a student. Somebody is a engineer, the other one is a practitioner, physicist, the other one is other chemist, but he is the teacher, teaching the purpose of the existence according to the text book. He cannot teach anything contrary to teach textbook. Can you accept that the teacher is teaching something contrary to the textbook? That's it. So that is what the engineer does this job, he does this job, teaching the instruction of the Quran. We have to be comfortable about the status of creatures, no exception whatsoever at all. So there are two, if you like, spheres of existence. One is created, the other one is the source of existence, the creator. That's it. As far as the existence of this computer is concerned, every part of the computer has been of the human work. That's what I have to change the language. Has been prepared, designed, and compiled together, assembled together by its engineer. None of the parts of this computer has the quality to be the engineer. And the second sphere of existence, none of the qualities of the existence of the engineer, but qualities of the existence of the engineer, not the qualities of the engineer. Be careful with the language. Qualities of the existence of the, it means existence level of the engineer can be found in the computer. What we can see, manifestations of the qualities of the engineer manifested in the way the computer has been prepared and made. But we cannot say that one part of the computer is like one, somehow like the engineer. No, impossible. That is the Quran's presentation of the existence of the creator, and the created beings are black and white with no dot at all. That is what makes me feel absolutely confident in my conclusion that really the message of the Quran must be the one who is the creator of me and the universe, because all my feelings confirm it, and all beings in the universe, with no exception, confirms it. What else I should do? I should say, I believe in God, and I should say, I believe in the Quran to be the speech of the creator of the universe and my creator. Therefore, I am a part of the universe, created being. So clear, inshallah, that we have to have the confidence in our belief. This is not imagination, or this is not a cultural inheritance. It is not an ancestral legacy. It is my own conclusion by using my human qualities. I am a human being. I have to decide by myself. Inshallah. Bismillah. All right. Sorry, again, extended as a result of my excitement. I apologize for it.
Oh, no need.
Any comment or continue?
We should do one more paragraph.
Yeah.
Okay. Bismillah. If those hundreds of extensive acts, each of which is a clear proof of God's unity, are not attributed to the single unique one, each necessarily becomes impossible in hundreds of respects. For example, let alone such self-evident truths and single evidences as wisdom, providence, mercy, sustaining, and giving of life. If only the act of making clean is not attributed to the creator of the universe, then the following becomes necessary in the unbelieving way of the people of misguidance.
What shall we do?
We should stop because this is a really good paragraph that needs some no, the one after this. Either all of the creatures connecting that paragraph we should say for next week.
Yeah. So what we can do, and try to remember. So next week we can start from here.
Okay, that's good.
Then read this paragraph,
Right,
and directly go into the following
correct.
one as the core
Right, because
argument is there.
that paragraph actually introduces it.
Yeah. So let's say Suna says, Assalamu alaikum, I'm so sorry to get out. All right. Suna, yeah. Thank you for letting us. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم وآخر دعواهم أن الحمد لله رب العالمين بحرمة سر سورة الفاتحة.